let's take a quick look back at this rainy week. Went to the fun Italian festival in New Farm Park. There was a cool Leaning Tower of Pisa inflatable. There was also super long lines for the ferry home. Back at it with the hand washing. Quick update to the running playlist, and then I was out the door. Thought I might save some money by cutting my own hair. We'll see how this goes. Blueberry pancakes for this Thursday. Jake missed it though. Womp womp. But more from me. I get out of my house and head into the city. This weekend, it's predicted terrible rainstorms and flash floods. And then I went to Queensland Public Library to meet up with a friend and focus on my finals. Entire weekend supposed to be like torrential rain or something, or floods. I'm not used to this type of weather. So today I have him stuck in our house, so we're gonna do the roommate tag, yay! There are 20 questions in total in this tag, but we're cutting it down because a lot of it's superfluous, and I think it'll be more fun if we just stick to the most important ones. Alright, for some reason I was watching Troy, and he had an end card that was made by Jake, so I checked out Jake's channel. Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah.
I started following his stuff, and he was quirky, and he was strange and weird, and I was like, this is so interesting, and it was also a little bit cinematic. And then I found out you were in Australia, and I was like, oh. So I felt like you were a California type kid.
Really? But
Yeah.
with my Australian accent?
I just overlooked that. Even now, you know I don't hear accent.
No,
but-
you don't hear
well,
like Australian or English accents.
Right, you're like, that guy was American, didn't you hear that? And I was like, no. No. You released a few short films, Fangs, Gordon, and Cordless. And at the time, I was honing my skills as a graphic designer, still am, and I made 3 posters for them.
Which are beautiful.
Bam, bam, bam. And then all kind of worked out, and I was like, okay, well, I really think this kid's onto something special and interesting, so I really want to go check out what he's doing. When we kept talking, and Emma and I kept talking, I realized, why don't I just come to Brisbane and live with you, and that's like 3 birds with 1 stone. So, yeah, that's what I remember.
That's exactly the story.
Yeah?
Do you use your roommate's things without asking?
Oh,
What
shit.
do you use? Let's just get right into the drama.
Okay. You have to answer that first. I answered the last question.
Often I use Stephen's balsamic vinegar. I've asked him once, twice, 3 times, but I get to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna use it all the time.
Oh, shit.
In my salad. You don't use it anyway.
What if I do? And now I can't because you've used it all.
Yeah, well, you use my olive oil, so.
Look, you're trying to answer the question, so you answer the question. Then we'll get to what I use, okay? I feel like you use more than just my balsamic vinaigrette.
No, I'm pretty sure that's about it.
Eggs?
No.
Sometimes I'm like, how do I eat that many eggs?
No, that's you. That's on you.
Okay, what do I use in that is Jake's that I don't tell him? Well, olive oil. Okay, it's like just a.
Yeah, but suddenly all of our
thing.
olive oil is gone, Stephen, and I rarely use it.
It's funny that we both use like a condiment.
Yeah.
Anger, like what is the dark side of being roommates?
No, just when I get like really bitchy and bitter, but that's just me as a person.
Yeah, but then when I get really down and depressed, I mean, it's like the same.
It's just
thing.
like, yeah,
We
it's
just
not. It's
respect
not.
each other's
Yeah,
space.
it's usually just because like we've got stuff going on in our own like worlds that we're trying to like cope with, so we just kind of let it out on each other. But it's never really like there's something really at the core between us that's going wrong. Like,
Right. I think we're really good at, like, it may take a day, but we'll let the other person know what's going on.
Yeah, and like identifying the problem.
We won't let it like ruin our home.
No. We have such a nice home. We don't want to make it bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next quizzy. What is the one rule you guys have while living together?
Do we have many rules?
I don't know. There's guidelines.
The one rule is to never criticize the other person's music choice.
Oh.
That's our one rule. I'm making it right
break it
now.
all the time.
Jake is currently going through a rap
Oh
phase.
my god.
That's right, everyone.
It's not a phase, it's a part of
Tweet
my life.
him. Tweet him right now and tell him to stop playing rap.
I love rap.
Because it's like thrashing, headbanging
Let
rap.
me
It's
love-
not like poetic, artistic rap.
It is though, you don't know that. I don't
No.
know the lyrics.
It's like 2012 dubstep rap. You told me you're regressing.
I'm not. You said I was regressing. I didn't say anything about regressing. I just had like one day where I was like, hey, we're gonna revisit my dubstep phase.
Revisit my dubstep.
What did you guys think of each other initially when you first met?
I'll let you hit that one.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what I thought.
Yeah, no. You were like, how do I? No, you were, yeah, much the same as, you know.
Alright, you're not being honest because you're putting in so many interjections. You're like, well, I mean, there was this, well.
Stop it. My first thought when I saw you, like, when we were like standing next to each other, I was like, oh my god, you're really, really, really short.
Are you kidding
He was
me?
short, and Em was like, oh yeah, he's really short, and he's like this height, and I'm like, oh yeah, probably not. He's probably taller.
Wow.
No, you just have a small frame.
Wow. Alright, I'm just gonna wait until it's my turn.
And then apart from that, just like really, 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 really nice. Like really just like very like polite. Just like, thank you. Have a nice day. You know, like really just to everyone. And I'm just like, when I go into a shop, I'm just like, thanks. See ya.
This sounds like a backside compliment. Sounds like you were really nice and polite. But now
you're like,
I realized who he truly is.
Okay, go.
Alright, well, when I first met Jake, he was in the backseat of a car, and I could barely see him because his camera was in front of his face, and he was trying to videotape me putting my luggage in the back of the car. And I was like, YouTube life, here we go. And then the first couple nights with you were in a terrible mood.
Oh, yeah.
I was a little worried because coming to a place I've never been and living with someone I only knew through their online presence, then seeing Jake being in this bad mood, I was a little worried that it would be a bad situation. But everything cleaned up and cleared up, and it was much better. But I didn't go right to your appearance.
Sorry, you know me, I'm like a surface level.
I wasn't like, he's short, he's got hair all over.
But hey, now like if you think about it,
His voice goes to unreasonable octaves. These are not the first things that went into my head. I looked at what's inside of you, Jake. The anger, the hostility. So now we need to ask, what about now?
What about now?
Well, like, where has that changed? Do you still see me as a short,
Yeah.
polite human being?
You're a little baby. Yeah.
Okay, well,
My judge-
since then, Jake has become one of the best people I've had the time to be around. He's super creative, super supportive, and super inspirational for me. I think living with a human being like this has been one of the best parts of being in Australia, because I can feel to be who I want to be, I can feel what I want to produce and create, and he's always open to listen to me rant about my projects or rant about drama in my life, and we seem to be on the same schedule a lot of time, on the same page, and like we said, we don't really have that many problems, which is weirdly cool, and I really like that. And it's definitely one of the reasons why I extended my trip, because if this wasn't the person that he is, I would have moved on. I would have went back to Boston and done other things. So you're much better than who I first met. That's what I'm saying. But your answer was so that was the that's our version of the roommate tag. And now he's gonna have a cuppa, which I learned means cup of tea.
Coffee.
Get the vlog mode on.
Hi.
What is the funnest moment you remember? Funnest moment. Can't think of any, because it's all been shit.